Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, once a Catholic priest for 5 years, now an atheist, which simply means I find no credible evidence for the existence of any God. This video is about an annual event in the seminary when I was there preparing to be a priest. It also occurs in Catholic parishes worldwide. It is called 40 Hours Devotion. It is 40 hours of continuous adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, which Catholics believe to be the real body of Jesus under the appearance of a small round bread wafer. First, some background. We have no reliable records of anything that the biblical Jesus said or did. There are no eyewitness accounts available, only hearsay accounts written decades after his reported death. Nevertheless, Catholics take literally Jesus' reported words at the Last Supper, "This is my body," referring to apparently bread. Catholics then interpret his reported words, "Do this in remembrance of me," to mean the following: I, Jesus, am hereby giving you apostles the magical power to change bread into my body. I am also giving you the power to transmit this magical power to others, a process of transmission that is to continue uninterrupted down through the centuries. Accordingly, Catholics believe with certainty that Jesus' original apostles at that supper were in fact the first Catholic bishops, and an unbroken succession of Catholic bishops down through the centuries have conferred this magical power on all Catholic priests, including me. Here is a picture of me from 1963, having just received this magical power, allegedly, from the firm hands of Bishop John Morkowski. Catholic priests exercise this magical power in the worship service known as the Mass. In the 40-hour devotion, the local round Jesus wafer is placed in a special display piece called a monstrance, which is placed in the center of the altar. Here is a picture of a monstrance that a pastor can buy for his parish online for $1,900. The priest opens a tiny door and places the Jesus wafer in this little window. At the seminary, we seminarians signed up in advance 2 by 2 in time slots of 30 minutes each to kneel before the Jesus wafer, adore him, and pray to him with faith continuously for 40 hours. As I recall, I, in a display of bravery, signed up for a time slot in the middle of the night. So, at the center of the 40-hour devotion is a literal interpretation of the biblical Jesus' reported words, "This is my body." Meanwhile, millions of non-Catholic Christians reject this literal interpretation, saying it is a sham, a massive falsehood. By the way, the choice of 40 hours is biblically symbolic. The Israelites allegedly wandered for 40 years in the desert. Jesus allegedly fasted for 40 days before beginning his ministry. And Jesus' alleged biblically heavenly Father spent 40 days murdering the human race by the unspeakably cruel method of drowning in the days of Noah and his ark. And that is something for Catholics to ponder as they adore their Jesus wafer. Another thing for Catholics to ponder: this 40 hours devotion should strengthen their faith. The Catholic Church requires that they accept the real presence of Jesus with unwavering faith. If they allow their faith to give way to questioning skepticism, based, for example, on flimsy evidence, the Catholic Church says that their Jesus will very likely set them on fire forever in hell. Now, concerning our prayers to the Jesus wafer as we seminarians adored him for 40 hours. And here I enter the realm of fiction. Here is what did not happening. I am making this up. Our Bible professor, Father DeSherry, gave us seminarians a serious talk shortly before the 40 hours. He said to us, "We take literally Jesus' words, 'This is my body.' We insist that he meant exactly what he said. We are also going to take literally Jesus' promises concerning prayer. In Matthew 21, if you have faith, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Mark 11, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you will receive it and it will be yours. John 14, anyone who has faith, you may ask for anything in my name and I will do it. Matthew 18, if two of you agree about anything that they ask, it will be done for them by my Father." Seminarians, nothing that Jesus ever said in the Gospels was clearer than these promises. Jesus is inviting us, urging us to put our God to the test. So let's do it in ways that will dramatically change the human condition for the better worldwide. We will pray in our 40 hours devotion with faith and unselfishly. We will make requests, the fulfillment of which will be unambiguous evidence that God has answered our prayers, just as Jesus has promised. So, you seminarians in years 1, 2, and 3, pray that all amputees in the world will promptly get their limbs restored. Those of you in years 4, 5, and 6, pray that all cancer cells in people's bodies will promptly be destroyed. And those of you in years 7 and 8, pray that all people suffering from Alzheimer's disease will promptly be cured. The fulfillment of your prayers will be as certain as is the fact that we are adoring Jesus' real body, because in both cases, we simply take Jesus at his word, knowing that he meant exactly what he said. The results of your prayers will make headline news worldwide and will be just the beginning. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, just as he said. He really means what he says. So go to it in the 40 hours devotion. Again, that was fiction. Our Bible professor, Father DeSherry, never said any such thing to us. I have made this type of proposal concerning prayer in other videos and in emails to many pastors of churches in my area. Hundreds, even thousands of people have been aware of my proposals. Nothing ever comes of these proposals of mine. Why is that? Do Catholic priests and lay people, non-Catholic ministers and lay people, not know about these biblical promises of Jesus? Or if they do know, do they perhaps recognize that either their Jesus was lying, or he was stupid, or he was insane, or he never even said such things? You tell me. But in conclusion, I have a homework assignment for each of you. Please visit the website which inspired part of this video, whywon'tgodhealamputees.com. I have the link below. Thank you for watching this video.